All right, everybody, welcome back to the Dave Knows Wrestling live stream. I am your host, David Lee. Welcome, one and all. If this is your first time on the live stream, definitely welcome, and welcome back if you guys are all there. Hold up. Hold up. Technical difficulty. There we go. All right. Sorry about that. Bit of a delay. But everything should be all good now. Yeah, there you go. Okay, what up? Sorry about that. Testing out the brand new camera. Whoops. So, what's up, Terrell? Big D. I like that heavy D. What is up, Caleb? Warhawk Rambo. Now, I hope you guys see everything. Everything's okay now. What's up? What the frick? Yeah, what's up, Dave? What up, Andy? Listen to that heavy breathing from Heavy D. Yeah, my nose has been congested for a while now. I'm beginning to wonder why, because I'm not sick. I don't feel sick. I don't know, breathing is just a little rough. Well, glad that everything's here. It works now. Good. Glad. All right, thoughts on the difference between the WWE United States Championship and the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship being booked along with the WWE Intercontinental and IWGP Intercontinental Championship? Very good question. Now, that was always the combo I liked as mid-card titles, U.S. and Intercontinental. Right on time. What's up, Dan Ambrose? And New Japan doing the same thing I think is a little interesting. What's up, Dave? Is Red X Jason Todd? Ooh, good question. I have my weird thing about that. I'll get into that in a minute. Do I think it's weird that both companies have the same two mid-card belts with the same title? Yeah, I think that's a little weird. But it's my preferred combination, so I understand it. Is it Red X Jason Todd? I like to think if he has to have a physical form, yeah, Jason Todd is a good choice. But I've always kind of wanted Jason Todd. There's if you guys are old enough to remember the Ghostbusters animated series, the real Ghostbusters animated series, they had one episode where there was a leak in the containment unit, and some of the ectoplasmic ghost residue got onto the old uniforms, especially that because they were all charged up from their fight with Gozer, and then those ghost forms of the Ghostbusters took over their old uniforms and went against them. And I always kind of thought Red X might have been that. The Xenothium core leaked out and got the essence of Robin, and the suit's actually powered by nothing. Just powered. There's nobody in it. It's just, that's how I always thought of it. But, yeah, Jason Todd being Red X, yeah. That makes way more sense, or more likely than my crazy concoction idea. Thoughts on Elgin being given contract with New Japan? I'm not surprised. Michael Elgin, his career's been going good. I met him in person, very nice guy. So I'm not remotely surprised. He's kind of in the Scott Norton realm, and they liked him over there, so I'm not shocked by that at all. Am I the only one that hopes Cena's going to turn heel at the Elimination Chamber? Possibly. I'm not opposed to the idea of John Cena heel turn. It's just I mean, I hear what you're saying. They are setting you up to think something big's going to happen with Cena, but Elimination Chamber in specific? It's not the more I think about it, the more you got a point, but I don't know. I need to know where it's going, I guess. I need, if he's going to go heel, if he is going to get his Undertaker match, what's the point of him going heel at the Elimination Chamber if Undertaker's not there? You know what I mean? What do you think about, I was about to ask which Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters. What do you think about Ronda Rousey being signed to WWE? It's fine. It's fine. Ronda Rousey, I'm waiting to see what she can do. NXT US Championship or TV Championship? I made NXT. It's funny. I got a comment about that on the mid-card episode, mid-card title episode, about how they hope that NXT doesn't have. Hey, Frisco, what's up? Ooh, guessing you know nothing about Elgin's current personal controversies. No, I do not. Okay, I guess you would clue me in. And someone was mentioning how they wish that the mid card title for NXT is called like the Dream title in recognition of Dusty Rhodes. Although I think it sounds like it might be in recognition of Velveteen Dream. But either way, I think NXT's roster is just too small. I don't think it warrants a mid card title. But that's what I think. All right, so I was asking about Elgin because of all the controversy. Okay, no, I haven't heard about that. So, hey, happy birthday, Nathan Norman. And I'm watching Sting versus Flair for the WCW title. Excellent. Do you want to walk with Elias? Doesn't everybody want to walk with Elias? Your thoughts on Rich Swann's release? I'm not surprised. I saw it coming. No, I don't know about the Michael Elgin controversy, so everyone tell me. And Nathan Norman, was it you that wanted me to give you a birthday shout-out? Because if so, here's your happy birthday shout-out. Everyone, big happy birthday to Nathan Norman. What up, Nathan Norman? Happy birthday, and too sweet. Hi, Dave. Watching you from Juarez, Mexico. Nice. I haven't been to Mexico in a long time. I do love Mexico, though. Okay. What do you think about option C for Impact Wrestling? Okay, man. Apparently, I'm like way behind. Everyone needs to catch me up on things. Okay. Your thoughts on Rich Swann? Really? Looks like they're using the UK title as a mid-card belt right now. Yeah, it does seem that way too, Frisco. All right. Yeah. Big happy birthday celebration. I like that, Caleb. Very nice. Very kind of you. Oh, that's a Chinese New Year thing. Okay, that too. Okay, so someone clue me in on Happy Rusev Day to you, Craig X. S. Hey, Dave, can you give FSPW Zone 1 a look is good? A look? All right. I'll try to remember that. Happy birthday, Norman. Yeah. Happy B-Day, Norman, indeed. Anybody want to clue me in? Hey, everyone. Hey, Charlotte Flair. Welcome to the live stream. I'll DM you a thread about it, dude. Okay, well, to talk about it now, can someone clue me in? Because, I want to discuss this. Because, no, I don't know anything about the Michael Elgin thing. Network Championship. All right. Yeah, clue me in. Oh, and thank you. 7 thumbs up already. Thank you for the 7 likes. The more likes, the better this channel does. And so definitely looking to get up there, especially now that I got 10,000 subscribers. He essentially supported a man accused. Now, when you say supported, what do you mean? I understand this is seemingly like it's going to be a very loaded topic, so I'm sure it's hard to talk about in this live chat. But so he didn't sexually assault someone, but he supported someone. Norman, it is not your birthday. It's Chinese New Year. It is Rusev Day. It can be all 3, Caleb. Whatever that says, and however you say that, because I definitely can't pronounce that. Like gratis, I think I got. After that, the rest of that is, I have no idea how to say that. Why have the UK title as the NXT mid-card title instead of just bring back the European title? Why not just have the UK show like we should have? Nope, just... do you think R-Truth will go into the Hall of Fame? Did you know him and Vince is friends? Well, for a guy with as longevity in the company as he does, I'm not surprised. Thank you for the additional thumbs up. I will say that I'm not surprised that he's friends. And yeah, I think he'll get in the Hall of Fame. Why not? Sent me the DM. Okay, let's see. Well, thank you, Frisco. Righty. I'm going to try and switch out here. Oh, you meant like through Twitter, or did you mean through here? So I do not have. Hey, what's up, Raw Critic? I do not have access to the Twitter here, so I'll have to look at it later. I just found out R-Truth is about 50. Yeah, no, he's surprisingly older than you. You know who else is older than you might think? I don't know. Oh, gotcha, Frisco. Okay, I'll check it out later, but thank you. Thank you for that. You know who else is like, if you think about it, there are a lot of wrestlers out there who are older or with the company a lot longer than you realize. Like Dolph Ziggler has been with the company for a while. Kofi Kingston, been with the company for a while. Even though he's not in the company right now, John Morrison is like older than you think he is. Because he's been a lot of years in WWE and he's been away from WWE for a while. Red, Blue, and Green's daddy. Hey, Dave. A little bit of a little bit of forward looking. What do you think the potential fallout of Cody Omega Supercard Honor will be? That's a good question. You know, I mean, because they're not making that match the main event for their Bullet Club show, where they're trying to, hey, what's up, C122, where they're trying to get the 10,000 seat building, 10,000 subscribers, 10K. Always a good number. Because they're not saving it for that, that makes me think that the fallout of that will have to do with the main event for that big Bullet Club show. And whatever that might be, I'm not sure. I do know somebody who thinks it has been said some people are thinking Kota Ibushi might be turning. Interesting thought. But yeah, no, I'm interested. I kind of think I do think the split will happen, and then it's going to be like the main event might be some massive like gang war between the two of them for the 10,000 Bullet Club show. R-Truth, the perpetual mid-card journeyman, like the Brooklyn Brawl. Oh, dude, no. R-Truth is higher on the totem pole than Brooklyn Brawler. As I say it, I'm not even sure, but I think he is. Johnny, insert last name here. Right. It makes me jealous every time I see that man. His body's unfair. Yeah. I don't know what he eats or how he eats or what he does. And why does he have more abs than like a human being's supposed to have? I don't get it. Do you think Rick Martel will be inducted in the Hall of Fame within the next couple of years? He should. I don't know if you guys heard this. I'm sorry, you're going to have to try to move up. Dave, DDP may be returned to Raw in 2 weeks. Bang. Okay. Dave, my favorite video of yours is the NWA video. Can you do a video on ECW? Cool. Yeah, for some reason, I knew I'd eventually do it. I just haven't thought about it in a while. I'm right now working on a Ring of Honor one, just so you know. But good to know. Thank you, Terrell. Thank you for the compliment. I do. The NWA video was fun. The Ring of Honor one, there's some things that are not making things easier. But yeah, I'm working on a Ring of Honor one. But yeah, that's a good thought. Thank you. One of Elgin. Oh, okay. The Elgin thing. Okay. One of Elgin's students was accused of sexual assault, and he essentially did nothing about it, and he's filing for a lawsuit on the alleged victim because released screenshots of a conversation they had. It's why he sold the promotion Glory Pro. Was wondering what your thoughts on New Japan giving him a 2-year contract despite this. Thanks, Dave. RH rocks. Yeah, it does. Dave, are you a Paul Heyman guy? I am, and that's the shirt I'm wearing in the Ring of Honor video. Interesting you knew that. Look, the thing is, this is a dicey subject, and like I said, when it comes, hey, what's up, Arthur? Happy Friday, and happy Rusev Day to you, Danny in Oak Park, AMR for life. What's good with you? Everything's good here. This is going to be what's up, Dave? Love the channel. Thank you, Adam. What do you think about, didn't kill Bailey more, the feud with Bliss, or the way she won the title on Fastlane? The way that she won the title on Fastlane. Hey, Dave, my favorite video. Oh, got there. Okay, good. Maybe I'm not as far behind as I thought. Who's going to get the rights to the Bullet Club? Kenny Omega, Cody, or Tamatanga? And have you seen I think this is going to be a split. I mean, I think if anything, you could give it to Cody and just have Omega be the elite. But that's what I think. Are you a Michael Meyer guy or Jason Voorhees? Out of those two, that's rough because I'm really a Freddy guy out of everybody because he's a smack talker, and I guess Jason if I have to pick out of those two specifically, I guess. Dave, have you watched any ECW on the network? Like a lot of ECW on the network, they have not aged well. They take headshots. Okay, the headshots can cringe. I mean, I hear you. Every stuff. Yeah, look, I get that watching Chris Benoit take a chair shot now is rough. But in terms of the other parts of ECW, yeah, Jerry Lynn RVD match is completely watchable. Chris Candido, Lance Storm. I can watch tons of Dean Malenko, tons and tons and tons of stuff. What is your favorite wrestling promotion? WWF/E. I'm pretty easy with that. I missed the first 12 minutes of Michael K. Was talking about my Mets signing Vargas today. Paul Heyman could, since he had a bigger budget than yeah. Well, creatively, I like Paul Heyman a lot. I don't know business-wise, but Freddie Smack Tucker Skywalker. Well, someone's got to be now, 'cause now that the previous one has been fired. Thoughts on Ronda versus Stephanie at Mania? Personally, I'm not excited about Rousey, but look, here's my thing. I think about Ken Shamrock. I think about, like, Brock Lesnar started out as a wrestler first, but, I think about, like, Ken Shamrock. I think MMA people can be utilized well. I don't think they should be giving and Shayna Baszler doing great, too. What about the main event this year? Think they let AJ Nakamura go on last? I hope so. They better. Indie wrestling is life itself. I'm just always going to be a big WWF guy. They give me the most access. They created so many things like the pay-per-views and schedules. I know there have been supercard events before, but WWF, the way it's presented, Monday night shows, all these things, even if people have done it before, WWF has set the template for what we come to know and love. And, I started out on WWF, so I'm always going to be a WWF guy. Even though they don't make me happy all the time, and don't get me wrong, there are other companies that have much bigger success to failure ratios, than WWF. It's just, I'm appreciative of the patterns and everything that they set, the institution, the schedule, the whole field, the whole thing. Entrance music, like all the shebang. WWF, I think, has pioneered all that and has given and maximized pro wrestling. Could it be better? Absolutely. But I think they've maximized a lot of potential that pro wrestling had to make it mainstream, to make it palatable for people. And mainstream has its own problems too, but I think when we all know about certain things when it comes to wrestling, we have to thank WWE for that. Plus, I'm usually not the biggest proponent of needing to defend my favorites. Like, I just like what I like. Ronda Rousey, okay, look, like I said, I remember you need some hot tea or some water, go get. Is my throat that bad? Is my voice that bad? But yeah, so Booker T versus Triple H on his promo. A versus? Oh, the match, that dreadful match. Oh, jeez. Okay, can you point like Ronda? Is that did I get it? Did I get it all awkward? Beulah versus Francine catfight doesn't get better than that. Okay. Will Rusev ever win a main title? He should. He should have already. On his promo, Vince Russo. Wow. Now, I'm definitely not as good at the Vince Russo impression as, my man Brian Zane over on Wrestling with Regret. His Vince Russo is hysterical. It's so funny. And I'm from New York, and I think he nails it better than I do. Fascinating pointing. Fantastic pointing. Thank you. What up, Dave? Know-it-alls? What up to you, know-it-all Maurice? More like Evil Monkey? Yeah, I can see that. Why hasn't Rusev got a main event push yet? Accent. We'll start there. You deserve way more subscribers. Thank you, Jorge. Hey, Dave. Last Rider Tombstone. Tombstone all the way. That guy never happened. That underbiker never happened. Brian Zane is amazing. Are you a fan of kayfabe commentaries? I like it. I'm not a super fan or anything like that, but yeah, I like it. Rey Mysterio versus Jr. versus Psychosis is my ECW jam, and Rey Mysterio versus Eddie. Yes, absolutely worth watching. Thoughts on Mysterio versus Liger at New Japan Strong Style Evolved? Interesting. Liger, for a guy who's like a bajillion years old, he somehow still manages to perform. So I stopped questioning at this point. I like to this day, I think Tyler Breeze's best match was against Juice and Thunder Liger. That's just my opinion, and he's significantly older than Finn Balor or Hideo Itami or all the other people that Tyler Breeze is going against. NWO Bullet Club, NWO, no doubt for life, too sweet. Z-Man is awesome. Met him a couple times. Nice. Have you ever seen OSW review? Yes, I have. I was recommended that from someone in a live stream, in fact. What is the most interesting era of wrestling history to research? Wow. Whoa, loaded question. NWO, BWO is close, though. Joel Gertner. Well. What bar is he? Will Cassius Ono ever be allowed on the main card? I don't think so. But I'm surprised he's even back in the company in the first place. Dave does know Xbox One all the way. I'm an Xbox guy. Well, Mickey Hickenbottom would have saved Dave Knows Wrestling. WWE confused nobody to give. Okay, yeah, all right. Sorry, I'm getting all sidetracked. I gotta stick to something. Okay, so with the Ronda Rousey thing, when I think of Ken Shamrock, when I see Shayna Baszler, like somebody from UFC, I get that she's getting overhyped. I get it. I understand that. But she was allegedly number one female athlete researched last year in 2017, despite the fact that she really didn't do anything in 2017. So keep that in mind. She is popular. And when someone has a popularity and momentum, why not utilize it? Why not go for it? Like, I think a couple of years ago, they missed... Oh, I don't have Xbox Live. I have an Xbox. I don't have an Xbox Live. I don't actually have... I like video games. I just don't play as much... I don't play a lot. I think I've mentioned this before where, like, the last thing I really played was, well, now I'm playing Mario Odyssey, and before that it was, Life is Strange. And that's kind of like, I get like 2 games a year, and that's like kind of where I'm at. But if I ever do get an Xbox Live, I'll be sure. Frisco, definitely, because you demand, Frisco. All the help you've given me, everything you got, all the support, you're amazing. And, thank you, by the way, speaking of support, thank you for the thumbs up. We're up to 12. Thank you. What are we talking about? Hey, Dionysus. Boo you. How dare you not play Xbox? I play it. It's just, like, I mostly use it for watching, like, YouTube and watching live streams or Netflix or WWE stuff, the network. That's really what I use it for. It's the best live wrestling show you've been to. That's a good one. I'm beginning to think it was an indie show where I just went. I'm not sure. That's a tough one. Part of me wants to say SummerSlam 2 years ago, but it had that horrible Undertaker ending with Brock where it would have been fine if Undertaker just won. I didn't like the whole tapping thing. If it wasn't for that, that would have been up there. The Royal Rumble, not this past one, but I don't know, man. That's a tough question. It's probably an indie show, truth be told, now that I think about it. Did you hear about the fake beef between Grace? Oh, yes, I did. So last week, we did the fake, real, fake. And a lot of you guys out there thought that was a whole legitimate beef. And as it turns out, nope. Got us. So good on you, Corey Graves and Booker T. You got us. So I good for you. For me, it's between Ring of Honor Final Battle Aftermath. Nice. Philly retirement best live show thus far. Okay, that's a good one. Booker, now talk Graves. I have one of the first batches of the Xbox ever made. Cool. My sister worked for him. Nice. They told her it was technically just try it out and see, but you could keep it anyway. Cool, man. That's awesome. My brother locked me. Oh man. Whoa, Terrell. Nice. That's always a good transition. Tea time. I like tea time. I mean, I've never done it, but sounds like a good idea. All right, so that's my thoughts on Ronda Rousey. So I think it could be done if utilized well. I think she's getting a little too much play, right? But I think it's a rough spot seeing the fact that they don't know what to do with her because you can't stick her for a title shot. She's brand new. You can't stick her for taking down Asuka. So what do you do with Ronda? This tag team match that they're talking about for Mania actually might be the best way to incorporate her. Hopefully they can get The Rock because so far the plan is possibly Shane, possibly Angle, possibly Seth Rollins now, but as her tag team partner, which I don't get. Your thoughts? Okay, let me back this up. Thank you for the 18 thumbs up. Emma's debut Ring of Honor, your thoughts? Love the nice pop, cool crowd. Yeah, now the thing is, Emma was completely underappreciated by WWE. They just don't get it. NXT got her well, but main roster couldn't figure it out. So I'm hoping for the best for her to kneel. I hope that she does well in Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor is a company that's going to do her well. So if WWE was going to utilize her, it's kind of for the best that she's in Ring of Honor. A wrestler who always owns a toy company and Has all the gadgets. Joker is his name. Jumbo. Okay. Do you have Twitch? No, I do not. If you do you watch the Impact stream? No, I don't. Even though I've technically been on Twitch too, and that's the weird part. Yeah, no, dude. Arthur, I had a friend who had never been in the figure four, and he's like a lifelong wrestling fan, and he asked me one day, like, this was just a couple of years ago, and, he says, dude, what's the big deal with the figure four? Doesn't, it looks so stupid. Doesn't even look like it hurt. I'm like, what, dude, have you never been in the figure four? He goes, well, no, but I'm like, get on the floor. And he goes, well, I'm just saying, I'm like, get on the floor because this is going to happen. And I put on the figure four, and he was screaming for his dear life. He's like, dude, that really hurts. Now I get it. And he was like, and now he's been obsessed with the figure four ever since. It's Sergio. He's been on live stream. You guys know who he is. Impact is getting better. Yeah, I'm still like, is it? And thank you, up to 20 thumbs up. Impact is getting better. I believe that it can be, but it's so weird because they lose EC3. It's like they just keep losing out on the deal, and every time they get a little bit of headway, they keep losing. It's like, I want to know what is wrong with this company. Like, I get people want to leave a sinking ship, but, until I don't want to get invested just to know that, okay, now they're going to make this guy the world champion, and then this guy's going to leave because of money or because they don't know what they're doing. That's the tough part. Like there was a period of time where TNA was really solid, and TNA was doing a lot of cool things, but now it just seems like, I don't know. It's so weird. What are your thoughts on conspiracy theories about Chris Benoit? I would love it. I would love it if it was all Sullivan's fault, man, because I am not a Kevin Sullivan fan. Like, look, no, I don't. But so I'm not a Kevin Sullivan fan as like a booker, but it would make life easier if we could pretend Kevin Sullivan never happened, but Chris Benoit did. It would make my life easier. I just don't believe it's true. Like, it's just, I'm not a big conspiracy nut kind of guy. It's just, they're fun to talk about, but I think, unfortunately, what you see is what you get. But yes, it would make my life so much easier if it was just, Kevin Sullivan's fault. It's just not the way things work, because I'm a big Benoit fan, and but no, I don't think it's real. And I separate, what they do in the ring versus what they do in their personal lives. I understand that you kind of can't for sometimes, and I get why people don't separate that between Chris Benoit, but I can still enjoy watching his matches, and I just don't think about what happened. No, nothing annoys me more than people who cross the legs and lay down and put the figure four on spinning too hard. You do a kayfabe sides on the figure 8. To me, it looks like the bridge takes all the pressure off the leg. Ooh, Grim Tim, I like that idea. Might be a good one. I did recently, because I already have the next one plotted out. I'm trying to work on one thing, the intro to it, because I bought a prop for it, and the prop. But yeah, well, anyway. Can you do kayfabe signs on the sharpshooter or takes exclusive relief? I do intend to get to them sooner or later. The kayfabe signs, because it's like the relatively like newest show, I have like so many ideas like backed up, and it just get like, now I'm trying to catch up where like Cheaper Pop Culture, I kind of ran out of ideas for it, and it's like month to month. Or if somebody suggests something, I'm like, I get there. I met Kevin. But polarized. Look, like I said, I don't like him as a booker. As a person, I know nothing about him. Is he even capable of doing anything even remotely that horrible? No, I mean, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know anything about him. I just don't like him as a booker. That's all it is. So like I said, like I said, it's easier to forget Kevin Sullivan if you're mainstream WWE. Yeah, absolutely, it's easier to forget that because I mean, like when people like Kurt Angle will say who's his best match that he's ever had against. He's going to say Chris Benoit. The Owen Hart tribute show Bret Hart had on Nitro. Benoit. There's too many things that Benoit did. But if you just sweep Kevin Sullivan under the rug, all right, who's going to notice? That might sound cold, but there you go. It's just saying, what would be the easier solution here is all I'm saying. Like, if we wanted to pretend that the Macho Man, name a big name wrestler, The Rock, The Rock, the Macho Man. If we want to pretend they didn't, and I know that Benoit was not on their level, maybe that's a little too high, but if we're trying to pretend that they don't exist, or that's harder to do than if we pick, some random guy who barely mattered, barely made a splash. It's pretty easy to sweep those guys under the table. So all I'm saying is, if it was Kevin Sullivan, it's easier to sweep him under the carpet because he's not as known as Benoit. And also, I wasn't a fan of his booking. So it makes life easier for me, is what I'm saying. Forgetting the Dungeon of Doom would be okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that too, because Dungeon of Doom was deplorable. They read my comment. Okay, Harry Flynn. Hey, what's up, Harry Flynn? Thank you for the 21 thumbs up. Nia Jax, what are we talking about? Okay, Dave, thoughts on Nia Jax being body shamed by Grimm's toy show? I did not know about that, but I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but I'm not surprised. These things kind of happen, but we never talk about the Dungeon Dude, Dave. I have talked about them. I don't like talking about them, but I have talked about them. Speaking of wrestlers you can't talk about, thoughts on New Japan wanting Hogan to appear. Oh, thank you for my. We'll get back to. Let me get back to that, Andy, because we're going to totally tie that into it. Okay, so here's the thing. When it comes to, let's do the Nia Jax things first. So, the Nia Jax thing. Okay, look, I'm not saying it's right, but I ain't surprised. It's just kind of how things go. So, I think, but I do, and I'm not NWO all the way. I can't stand DX. Except Dave knows comics needs more content. It does, doesn't it? Although I am doing something every day. Going to ignore? I don't know what you mean by ignore. Okay, so, but yeah, there's a lot of things. So, okay, we'll get to the Hulk Hogan thing in momentarily. So, okay, so the thing about the Nia Jackson doesn't make it right, but I know personally from doing this YouTube channel and like Nia Jax, I think is you know, she's a tough girl. She's a grown woman. People are going to hate you on what you want. And like you guys are absolutely great. And for the most part, all the people that are subscribed to my channel and all the people who leave comments, for the most part, are fantastic. There's like maybe 1% that are negative or mean or, just unnecessarily cruel or incorrect or whatever. And have a bad attitude. And it's very rare. The vast majority of you guys are, you guys are great. 23 thumbs up. Speaking of which, you guys are all great. You guys are all nice. And Chris Moore well, yes, that's true. That's true, Immortal Remus. Too sweet. But but when I go to when I guest star on, on Wrestling with Greg Brian Zane, and I read some of the comments on there. About me, like I am, if I listened to those comments, I would, there is a bizarrely high amount of people on my episode, on the episode I guest appeared on Wrestling with Regret that just want me to kill myself. There's like a long list of people out there who really agree that I need to commit suicide. So I'm just saying, if you let the haters get to you, like in Nia Jax situation, yeah, okay, and there you go, Terrell. You find her attractive, and there are a lot of people who do, and that's the point. So if you listen to all the haters out there, you'll judge yourself crazy. But you gotta, do you succeed, and living well is the best revenge. So I think Nia Jax, is it right that the people say that? No, but I think Nia Jax will be okay, and in the end of the day, I think Nia Jax knows that her life is way better than whoever was going to say bad stuff about that, with her. So that's what I think about that. Impact died when Bully Ray left. Well, yeah, that's a devastating blow. I thought Broken Man Hardy could have helped him out, but yet again, I think it was more a Dixie Carter thing than anything else. One of my favorite channels, so thanks for it. Thank you for being part of it. Which videos are you most proud of? The UK episodes I like a lot. The Orwell episode I like a lot. Is wrestling a sport? I like that episode a lot, despite the fact that nobody really watched. I like the behind-the-scenes episode. Yet again, nobody really watched it. The animated Monday Night Raw, because that was a painstaking amount of labor, and it's moderately. But so those are some, off the top of my head, those are some of my favorites. But thank you for asking. Next video coming up, it's going to be Monday. It's an honest promo on Monday. That will be the next video you get. Sorry for taking so long to answer that. Do you think WWE gone forever? I hope so. I'll put it that way. I hope so. I think we had enough Battle Royals this year. And besides, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal isn't doing anything. Yes, Terrell. I hope you're there with me, too. I hope that you induct me and then I induct you. Or I induct you and then you induct me. Whichever way it goes. Dave, what are your thoughts on WrestleMania? Oh, great. I consider you and them to be the most informative in terms of content, and thus, well, thank you very much. Yeah, I talked to them from WrestleMania too. WrestleMania is great. I've been watching WrestleMania. Like Wrestling Regret, WrestleMania, of course, What Culture. I've been watching all that before I ever came here, so, I'll be the first one to admit. And what I like about YouTube as opposed to regular TV, there's no competition. Just because you watch one channel doesn't mean you can't watch the other. So, none of us are competitive with each other. We're not hating. It's all about support. And of course, Wrestle Talk News, because Ollie Davis, right in the beginning of this channel, he was really awesome, very supportive, gave me advice. So Ollie Davis, big fan of Ollie Davis, as well as Brian Zane, Wrestling with Regret. I'm more Monday Night Wrong. Okay. Just had an episode on Monday, but don't worry, planning on more too. Hey, if you want to laugh, look up Gully Boy. Okay, good to know. Impact, and I think Dixie Carter is an idiot. Yep, I think that's true. Would you be willing to team up with friendo Steve and Larson going in on Raw podcast someday? Yeah, no, I'm not opposed to it. We've talked, kind of. I remember on Twitter they gave a little while ago. They said, "Hey, anybody with want more shout outs to get some exposure?" And I was like, "Can I?" And they said, "Sure thing. Check out Dave Knows Wrestling," and they were really cool about it. So, yeah, Steve and Larson have hooked me up, too. I'm sorry for not mentioning them sooner, but, yeah, Steve and Larson, also great guys. I'm not opposed to it. We've never talked about collaborating, but yeah, no, awesome. But, yeah, no, Steve, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll definitely do that for Steve and Larson if they ask me to. Double A. My goodness. Proud met them too. Nice. I can't answer that. I don't know. And it's not because they're all dudes, although that's not helping. But yeah, because I don't know. I can't. Because as soon as I try to think of which one of those three would I kill, I am not killing any of them. So I am not answering because that's not going to happen. That's not, yeah. And out of those three options, it's like, who do I want to kill is the hardest thing to answer. It's not the other two. It's the killing part, because I can't in good conscience kill any of them. Dave is going to social. That's a good one, Nathan. It was a bit out there. I can't in good, like I said, it's the killing part I can't get over. I can't in good conscience say that I would kill any of those three men. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Because as soon as I'm about to answer, I'm like, I guess I would be. Nope, can't do it. My favorite indie wrestlers are Grimm and Mark Joffrey. Bravo. Okay. Hi, mate. Hey, you're not late, Thrash Panda? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Best option for Cena at WrestleMania. I would have said Samoa Joe, but that's just not going to happen. But considering things as they are now, I don't know. They kind of burnt out a lot of options for him. I don't know. Star Oil Zane. Call it YouTube wrestling order. Nice. Their peak. It's definitely Shawn Michaels. It's definitely worse. Definitely worse. There's no shadow of a doubt for me, Adam. Shawn Michaels in their prime was the way worse person. Backstage, you can argue about backstage politics all you want, but I think Shawn Michaels was worse at backstage politics. I think he did more of it, and the bottom line is Hulk Hogan made money where Shawn Michaels backstage politicking actually led to the company's downfall, or led to the company's lull at the period of time, where it was the only point in time where WWF, since it took over, wasn't the number one. It happened under Shawn Michaels' backstage politicking guidance. So, by far, Shawn Michaels is worse. Because that's a guy he didn't care what it did to the business. He didn't care what it did to the company. He just looked after his own end, even though it ruined the product. What do you think about Cena returning for The Undertaker? I'm interested. That match should have happened a long time ago. And I don't want Undertaker's last match to be that lame Roman Reigns thing. Okay, I would love, if they go at it, I would like The Undertaker to win. That would be nice. And it's just, All right. I know you hate Shawn Michaels, but can you say anything good about him? The ladder match at WrestleMania 10 was good. I like some of his matches. I like, some of his matches with Brett. I mean, the thing is, the things I like is just because of somebody else in the ring. That's really what it is for me. It's like, there's someone else in the ring doing work, and that's who I like about it. So, he's not an idiot on the microphone. Not sure if you've made a video on this, but what do you think are the worst wrestling terms? I personally hate work rate and straps in particular. Because I kind of like those. I don't know. No, I have not done a video on it. No, I have never thought about my least favorite wrestling terms. Made a video. Worst wrestling terms. Dave and Ollie Davis versus Team 3D. Yeah, that would be an amazing match. It would be, it's just going to be me looking at Ollie going, hey, man, it's all you, right? You got this? You got this? They read my last comment. It's funny. Man, how come yours sneak by me so easily, Harry? Are you doing some magic where I don't see it? Okay. It's going to push. All right, that was pretty funny. Because, and yes, that is true. That is true, Nathan. And happy birthday yet again. What are your thoughts on Jeff Hardy wanting his final match against Taker? Yeah, well, it'd be nice. I don't know if you're going to get it, but yeah. It would be an amazing match if they can still physically keep up. I would like to have R-Truth WWE Championship reign. Well, I don't think will ever happen. But you can keep wishing. But it's a good thought. Twitch Holland guaranteed 5 stars. Hey, I've been wondering, where is Oliver the Train at, man? Could Rob? Okay, so back to the. Okay, so now let's get everybody. Dave, Ollie, and for WrestleMania pre-show. Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. So let's go to the Hulk Hogan thing and the New Japan thing. Okay, and the Michael Elgin thing, which I just learned about. Is anyone over with the fans? You can't. Okay, wait. Is there any wrestler who is over with the fans that you can't stand, other than Shawn Michaels? Undertaker will be there for 5 years from now. I think in some capacity. I don't think he'll be wrestling, but I think he'll be there in some capacity. Taker versus Hardy ladder match around these. Well, yeah. Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, no, Shawn Michaels would be I think he's the most overrated wrestler there is. Goldberg is kind of there too. Is Meltzer biased towards New Japan? No, I don't think so. He likes what he likes. Bill Alfonso and Joe Gertner. Oh, Joe Gertner. But yeah, okay. So let me finally get to the Hogan New Japan Michael Elgin thing. Okay, so as I was saying, so I just learned about the Michael Elgin thing from you guys. Thanks for that, by the way, and thank you for the thumbs up to 25. Who do you think is the hottest WWE's? Alexa Bliss. But yeah, let me get to this. So here's the thing. So you have to. Hey, what's up, Jenna? So here's the thing. When we look at other countries, they're not like right now. I think we can all understand that America is in a very oversensitive mode right now. We're very, very sensitive. We're very, very careful about what we say and what we do, and everybody's very, very sensitive and walking on eggshells and this political correct movement and not trying to offend anybody. But we have to understand that other countries aren't like that. And also, this country has kind of, in my opinion, has outmoded towards forgetting about following the system, following the rules of the law, and is now going after people's livelihoods and businesses, where someone's speech might be protected by freedom of speech, but that doesn't mean you can't fire them. That's not in the rule book. So they can't be persecuted or they can't be tried through legislation, and then no legal troubles can happen because of freedom of speech, for the most part. But you can definitely attack their job. You can fire them, and you can make sure they never work in the industry again, and no other company can fire them. So you can attack their livelihood. That's okay, and that to me is a little problematic, especially because there's no limitation, there's no sense, there's no way you could be made whole ever again. As far as their society is concerned, you can't be rehabilitated. If they caught you saying something very negative years and years ago, all the public consciousness, because they'll say outright, cry out, outrage. Companies will say, "Whoa, we don't want the negative press. We're not going to hire this guy anymore." And that statue is that's going to last forever, possibly. And that's what people want. There's no there's no end of it, and that's how people are. in this country. At least that's the way it comes across publicly. I don't know if the normal people really do feel that way. I don't think your average person in America really is that sensitive. I don't think they are. Maybe they are. I'm not sure. But if they are, remember, it's seemingly at the time an American issue. Other countries don't have that. So, yeah, no, other countries are not down with, certain types of disparaging, but still. So how many years could go by, is Hogan going to be forever excluded because of what he said or what he was illegally recorded saying? Can the guy never get a break? Is it just how it is? Well, apparently New Japan doesn't think so. He asked for too much money and probably is just using that to let WWE know they're trying to come to America. They're willing to work with me. Are you? He wants to come back to WWE. I don't blame him. WWE, I think, wants him back, but they're not sure if publicly they're allowed to in this day and age, in this climate. But New Japan doesn't worry about that stuff. And I think a lot of more we see about other countries, we're going to realize that other countries don't think that way either. They're okay with it. So they're like, all right, you said something you shouldn't have. Okay, now you're sorry. Let's forgive and forget and move on, or just whatever. Let's still find the bottom line in business here, because if they want to expand in the American market, Hulk Hogan does have a presence. He does have the ability to help them along. So when we look at the Michael Elgin thing, fine. He was not in charge. From what I understand, as I just learned, is that as far as I know, he did not sexually assault someone. So he supported someone, whichever that means, or he was not, he was not against this person. Now look, and that's another one. Innocent until proven guilty. That's a thing. Not in this current society. It's not in what we can say or what if someone is accused of something, true or not. Doesn't matter. Just the accusation alone means that we need to shun them from society, or we need to attack their livelihood. So now, if it's someone who knows about something or someone affiliated with someone who gets accused of something, don't. So if you think this is a stretch, or you think that's too far, or if you don't, or if you think that's appropriate, whatever. But just know that not every country feels that way, and not every country looks at it that way. And some countries are not as worried about sensitivity and aren't going to be working on eggshells and think that maybe there's a different point. And if that's the case, why not? And so it's not a matter of right or wrong. It's understanding that different people have different perspectives, and other countries definitely have different perspectives than America currently does. So it's not surprising at all to me that they're going to do this. And once again, what's the case? What's the scenario? Like, are people? So if you, so what's the is there a rehabilitation option for livelihood? Can you ever just say, hey, it's okay. I think Hogan's comment, let me get back to the chatter a little bit. Hey, comics were disgusting and show how racist he is. It wasn't just a racist remark. He went on a full rant. He shouldn't have been a racist. He shouldn't have been. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not saying what he said was a good thing. It's like, I'm not saying that was good. But still, at one point in time, maybe he learned, he's an older person. Different mindsets. I'm not excusing the behavior, and yes, that's kind of a projection there right now, thinking that people of a certain age might be more prone to certain kind of mentality. I'm not saying they all are, and that's not what I'm trying to say, but I get it. Like when me and Mr. Direct were on my show, on my channel right now, when we're talking about it, and he said that's like he's not surprised that he uses that kind of language. He wasn't offended. He never really liked Hogan anyway, but okay, and but he's like it's more like not surprised is more the thing. And the thing is, maybe this is the wake up call that you need to learn to not talk like that. Like you say an F-bomb in school when you're like a little kid because you don't know what it means, and then all of a sudden you get suspended. You learn not to say that in class anymore. And I know it's a very different scenario because he's an adult, but I'm just saying, like, okay, so what is he not allowed to ever work in wrestling, and should we never talk about him again because of that? Is he capable of learning a lesson and recorrecting his behavior? Like, is it possible? In terms of the law, there's sentencing, there's crime, there's punishment, and then there's rehabilitation. Those are options. When we attack people's livelihood, there is none because it's not part of a system that we agreed on. And now, if you disagree with the system, I understand that too. I'm not saying that the system is infallible. I'm just pointing out that this is the way it works. So that's one benefit the system has. You want to change the system? Absolutely. I understand that. You're not happy with it? Fine. But I'm just pointing it out. Thoughts on Cena getting used by Ford to sell for selling his GT5? My first thought is that I was like, he can't sell a DDT to the concrete, but he can sell it. That was my first thought. So you want to know my thoughts? That was my first thought. Based Dave. Is that some new slang term that I don't understand? Based? What does base mean? Do you like root beer? I do like root beer. A&W restaurants. I don't have one near me, but I like them too. We coming for you, Hugger. Hogan has apologized enough. It was really stupid what he said. Plus, we all right. Now here's the thing, and there's a difference between having awful racist things that you say and like being part of the Klan or something. Like that's a totally different scenario. So like I don't think Hogan's done any physical violence, which is way worse. And on top of that, Booker T forgave him. If Booker T and Mark Henry too, Booker T and Mark Henry are cool with it for me. Or they're over it, or they've forgiven him. Like Booker T and Mark Henry, I'm just saying that's enough. That carries a lot of weight with me. And I don't know personally, but I would like to know if there are any black wrestlers who are still angry at Hulk Hogan over that. I'm not saying that there isn't one. I just would like to know. I would like to know. And I don't mean to, like, none of them are going to say, yeah, I think it's good. Like, none of them are going to be in agreement. But, a lot, from what I've read, a lot of, African-American wrestlers have said they were disappointed and saddened by the comments. But, and here's the thing, too. It's like, and, he said these things, but we have seen him, at least, be friends with, with people who are black. So I don't think he really hates them. I've seen, and maybe it was all front or whatever, but I'm just saying. So anyway, I would like to know if there are any black wrestlers who have vehemently said they will never forgive Hulk Hogan. I would like to know if there are any. I don't know if there are or aren't. I just would like to know. I agree, Dave. I think we shouldn't shun him forever just because his racism. We all make mistakes. To begin the process, it begins with forgiving the ignorance. Yeah, and that's a good point. What is your opinion on the revelation in the Lawler rape case? Rape case where he appears to have convinced the judge to not allow the two minors to testify. Yeah, I did not know about that. Vanilla Ice revolved 12 years ago, and still because Vince reveled. Hogan isn't as bad as Ultimate. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, like Hogan said it in I've never seen the tape, and I don't want to see the tape, so I don't know what I don't really 100% know what Hulk Hogan said. By the way, to make that clear, because I like Hulk Hogan and all, and I think Heather Clem is attractive, but still, I'm not interested in. There's certain ways I don't need to see Hulk Hogan, so I don't ever. I've been told what he said, but I don't know firsthand. But yeah, so from my understanding, it was a post-coital conversation is the nicest way I can put that. But Ultimate Warrior, on the other hand, has definitely said some stuff that he meant, and not as nice of a situation as post-coital is. I don't know. Yeah. Here's the thing. I did not know about this Lawler thing, but Lawler has a history, like a long history. Dick Murdoch was a card-carrying KKK member, and Tony Atlas forgave him. Wow. There you go. I knew that guy was a dick. Timothy Dave is Milky Way Midnight Bar. Thank you, Jenna. The Lawler thing, he has a history of some really shady material. So, I'm not surprised. Yeah, like I said, Rich One, not surprised. I kind of saw that coming. No, the Warrior thing, jeez. Dave is also a Coke Zero. If this is more young people slang that I don't understand, be known that I don't understand it. You see 50 shocking moments, Booker T calling. Yes. Booker said he thought he was fired right then and there. And it's like the look on Booker's face. See, it's not what he said. It's the look on Booker's face that he is so distraught that makes it like, oh, like you feel so bad for him. If it's from, they compare wrestling ring gear to candy bars. Oh. They said Coke Zero? What do you think of Adam Blampier? Well, see, here's the thing. As for I would love Blampier on my channel. Like, look, I don't because he's not specific about what he did. I don't really know the specific nature of what he did, how bad it was, and that does matter. It does matter. From what he said, and like I said, I understand that this is what he said, but he did not force anybody to, and it wasn't, anything. So I don't know, but yeah, I'm a big Blampier fan, and from what I know, he's been going to therapy over his issues. So I don't know what he did. I really don't. Like his description of it was so vague. I have no clue. What does that mean? A judge with the reason that one of the minors was sleeping with. Okay. Jeez, Lawler. Stevie Ray, no selling it, and Sherry was, yeah, that's right, yeah. Sherry was like, oh, it's okay, you won't be fired. It's Stevie Ray just like, never happened, shut up, cut the promo. Yeah, that's what makes it funny. Yeah, it was like everybody. You're right. It's not just Booker's reaction; it was everybody's reaction that makes that hysterical to watch, and especially the fact that everything came out fine. Yeah, Lawler, yeah. It's just so weird. It's just so like, yeah. That's the thing, like. Whose behavior is worse, Lawler's or Hogan? And Lawler called Raw 25, the parts where he was awake for. Goes to Jenna's last video to see what candy bar she is. I don't even know that was an option. They have that, Timothy? Stevie Ray and Duckface to stop himself. Yeah. So I don't know about that one. I definitely don't. I'm definitely lost on this one. And thank you, 32 thumbs up. Thank you so much. 34 people in the room, and 32 thumbs up. I like it. I have a jam falling asleep. They said they weren't asleep, but I found it funny, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to joke around about it forever. Yes, I am. Double A. Use words, Lawler. Used actions. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Rag. I hope you don't mind being called Rag, because that's what I'm calling you. All right, but yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so hey, we've been moving along pretty good. Back to the whole baby phase. I missed it. I want to be like there. Dave, apparently all pay-per-views are going. Yes, dual branded, 5 hours from here on. Thoughts? Too much wrestling. Too much. If I've been told though, they're going to cut down to only one a month though, so that helps. That helps. Please go watch OSW review to get that what bar reference. LOL. What's your earliest memory of wrestling? Dusty Rhodes versus a jobber. Panda, I'm interested to know what bar I am. Yeah, I don't know the characteristics of who makes what a bar or what. Regret bringing up Hogan and Elgin, to be honest. All right, I'm sorry. Let's get back to the Greps. What's Greps? What are your thoughts on Hugh Bailey? No, Hugh Bailey. Bailey's lovable. She's the hugger. I know she could do. I bet she'd do well at it, but no. And plus, Wrestle Talk is. Luke Owen has already mentioned this. It's like, why is there a solution to everything just turning people heel? Everybody wants someone to turn heel when their act has gone stale, and it still doesn't turn about anything good. So there's really no. Healing is not the answer. Have you? Like I said, I know. I was recommended, and I checked it out a little bit. Jenna, I feel like dual branded pay-per-views defeat part of the purpose of the brand split. Yeah, and also it takes away from the specialness of the big pay-per-views. WrestleMania Fastlane. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just too long. We all know what Pat Patterson and Terry Garvin did, and Vince McMahon's. Yeah, Bailey's precious. Yeah, we must protect her at all costs. I agree, Jenna. What went wrong with Bailey, and what can save her? Better booking. Bailey. I mean, the thing about Bailey is in NXT, we were watching her forever and ever, and she was the last kid picked. Like the last kid picked for kickball, and that's what really makes Bailey lovable. We have to, sympathize with her. We have to feel bad for her, and and WWE's main roster is not good at booking that, and in some ways, it's similar for Sami Zayn too. We have to learn to sympathize with people. There's certain wrestlers that get our sympathy, and when they get our sympathy, that's what makes them good. And if you don't utilize that, then it doesn't work right. Jenna, the closest thing I have found was Kit Kat Japanese dark chocolate. John Cena used to be a heel in 2003 when he began the white rapper gimmick, but then it got over real fast. Yeah. Can Bludgeon Brothers beat the Usos? I think they can. I'm not sure that they will, but I think they can. As of now, every pay-per-view will be, yeah, I know, that is crazy long. Unless they make WrestleMania and Royal Rumble even longer. Agreed, Remus. No one forced those women to send those... Their choice. We know Blomby did was unethical, not illegal. But yeah. But there's a lot of things that are unethical, but not illegal, but are being, but are definitely, society is definitely going against here. Booking her is a blithering idiot, that match was terrible. Yeah, Arthur. Oh, man. Thoughts on Triple H apparently gearing his NXT backstage crew to take over main roster? Yeah, well, hey, look, someone's got to do it. I just hope they don't sell the Fox. That's my big thing. Hugh Bailey is like a Kirby with a bad attitude. Just want to hug it. I would love it if Bailey tries to go heel, but is just so bad at it. Like, that's her thing. She's like, I'm going to be a heel now. And she's terrible at it. She's like, I'm not going to hug you. And, like, she just plays like the worst bad guy ever. And she's still a good guy. No, no AA, it is not. I am a teacher. That is for now, maybe YouTube taking over worldwide, who am I kidding? I'm never going to leave the school. I can't, I like the school too much. That's the thing. So I do, I do all my work here. So that's the thing. So full-time taking over, I would still wind up here, and I'm sure I'd still teach classes anyway. Dave, that would be actually a reunion character. Yeah, it would be. And thank you, Jenna, and I would love it. I have tons of ideas on the old cabeza that I would love to see tried, but, they're not going to do it. But, yeah, so, I love it. Bailey's like, they keep picking on Bailey. Like, you need to change your attitude because you're a little girl with pigtails, and nobody respects that. You got to toughen up, child. And then she cuts a promo. She goes, you want me to toughen up? I'm sick of everybody. I'm sick of these fans. I'm sick of everything. You're going to see a tougher, meaner Bailey because it's about time I get what's mine. And next week she comes out and she goes, I won't hug you. And then that's all she does. And she keeps doing it until people catch on that she's just failing miserably at being a heel. If they ever did that, know now if that happens, you heard it here first. Just know that. Thank you for the 33 thumbs up, by the way. Izzy is an Alexa Bliss, blah, blah, blah. An Alexa Bliss fan right now. Yeah, there you go. I can picture Hugh Bailey refusing to hug someone, feels bad, and then goes back and hugs someone. Yeah, Grim. Yeah. Or she's like, yeah, but it's just going to be a quick one. And it just gives a back clap hug, See, I would love that. If she did that, that'd be amazing. That would be. Or she could do an evil twin gimmick, like the ponytail be on the other side. Yeah, evil Bailey. Yeah, just have her fail miserably at being a heel. It'd be the most hysterical thing ever, and would make people like her even more. And Izzy, we gotta bring Izzy back. Izzy, more Izzy. What did I miss? I had to take a Brock Lesnar. Nothing. I'm talking about how much I would like it if Bailey's new character is she tries to be heel, but is so awful at it, and I think that would invigorate her career. See what you did there, Turo. You had to take an F5. Thoughts on Adam Cole, Bebe, and Red Dragon. I'm not a big Red Dragon fan. I don't dislike them, but I'm not in love with them or anything like that. Adam Cole I like, but I hope he realizes that NXT is definitely where he needs to stay because that main roster, the way it is right now, ain't going to be kind to him. Okay, what about Bailey going tranquil? I don't know what that means. Okay, so I want to move on to the real fake real. So for those of you, I'm sure all of you guys know, but just quick recap. I'm going to ask you about why are Brock Lesnar matches either terrible or amazing. Because Brock Lesnar cares only sometimes. I can see Bailey trying to be a heel like that in the Simpsons episode, or Stanley, tries to become the Hulk. Yeah, absolutely, Nathan. Instead of doing the wacky, wailing, inflatable tube man she has, just cross arms. Yeah. See how this gimmick writes itself. Thank you, guys. Do you like PG or TV14? TV14. Bailey heel, will go crazy. Thoughts on Okada? Love Okada. Big Okada fan. Okay, let's play. Okay, so real, fake, real. I'm going to bring up something, and then when I say go, you guys cast your votes, and the first to 5 will win. And I will say, and so you don't even know what it is yet, Nathan, but I like the enthusiasm. So either real, fake, or fake, real. Real, fake, as in it's really phony, or fake, real, as in even though it isn't real, you still believe it anyway. And so you have to cast either real, fake, or fake, real as your vote for the subject at hand when I say go. When do you think we're going to see, oh man, that back bump is so sick. That still haunts my dreams. Okay, so this week's voting for fake, real, fake is going to be Braun Strowman and the giant guitar, the cello, the bass, whatever instrument that was. So Elias Sampson comes out with his guitar. Braun Strowman comes out with a big giant guitar, which is a different instrument altogether, and started strumming in response. Now, some people think this was really great and it was handled very well, and other people thought it was unnecessarily making Braun look goofy. So, do you buy it for Braun's character is the question. Do you believe that does it work for the context of the character of Braun Strowman that it was a cello? Okay, there you go. So, do you believe it in the context of Braun Strowman's character? Is it real fake or fake real? Cast your votes now. First to 5 wins. Really fake or fake but believable? Real fake or fake real? Get these hands, my new joint. So fake real. So 1 fake reel, 2 fake reels, 3 fake reels. Real fake from Jenna. Fake real, fake real. All right. The fake reels have it. Oh, look at that. Real fake. Okay, but now that they're pouring in, fake real, fake real, fake real, real fake. All right. Fake real by far. Okay, so you guys bought it. Okay, so you guys think it works. It doesn't seem out of context. This is what the majority is saying. They're injecting humor into Braun. So that's what you guys think. So you think it is fake real. You'll like it. It's official. Braun Strowman playing the cello. Thank you, Nathan Norman. Outnumbered. So the voting from the fans, from the Dave Knows Wrestling Know-It-Alls, is Braun Strowman with the cello. Totally fake real. You totally bought it. I like it. I like that Braun was menacing enough to pull it off. Okay. All right, cool. Everyone knows he's funny and lovable guy in real life, so it fits. Yeah? All right. Real fake, like CNL. Oh, jeez. And yes, everyone loves him anyway. Braun is the closest we got to a modern Stone Cold. And without beards and fights. Okay. Dave, big gold or universal? Big gold belt, of course. Real fake. The universal, the red leather really bothers me. It must be legit. Only Braun could pull that off. Only Braun, stand-up bass. He needs depth to his character. I abstain from politics because I think they are stupid. All right. Big gold for a win. What confused me is Braun hit him in the back, but they taped Elias's ribs. Braun's a powerful man. They should let Apollo do Apollo Creed. Is Braun Vince's biggest recent success? It seems that way, sure. We need more cowbell. That was terrible. After beating down Roydy Reigns, I have seen Strowman as more of a cartoon character. Thank you, CD Projekt. Thoughts on Okada challenging Ospreay? Oh, I think this is going to be a great match. Okada should win. What will Braun destroy next? I think he's running out of stuff. Dave for Vice President with Dwayne The Rock Johnson as his prezi. Well, I'm in. What do you think about the state of 205 Live since it's gotten better, but it's reboot time? The crowd loves Braun being face. Oh, and I like him being face too. Do you like UFC? Not really. Sure, into Psycho Sid. I like him way more than Psycho Sid. I've got a fever. Walking's a weird one. I have to get in a rhythm before I can actually start doing walking. I can't just do it. It's strange. Politics is the ultimate kayfabe. Yeah, so many heel turns. And it's fake. Small. Best looking title right now, IWGP Heavyweight Championship for me. Yeah, I would. Well, no, actually, I like the Intercontinental title. Is Lucha Underground worth watching? Yes, it is. Anything they want, just don't make him and Alexa Bliss a couple of miles. So jelly. Why don't you really watch MMA? I'm not much of a sports guy in general, but also for me, a lot of the MMA I have seen, because I have friends that really like it, and I've seen it. It's I mean, it's people hurting each other for real, and it's a lot of rolling around, like, and a lot of it just visually is, them like locked up on the mat, so it's not as entertaining to watch for me. Just two people huddle up on the ground until one of them, taps. No, WWE IC belt is the only good-looking belt. I mean, I do like the IWGP belt too. Dave, I'm a graphic designer. I can design a YouTube banner concept for you and see if you like it. I'm interested. That's very kind. I've been doing all the graphic design myself in case it doesn't show, which I'm sure it does show. But yeah, I would totally like that. Underrated belt design. Good question. See, here's the thing. The old NXT belt, I didn't like it, but it was different. Where's the Billet Club thing going? I think it's going towards a split. But I think they'll do it better than the NWO did, because I think the key they'll make sure that one side of the Bullet Club really remains evil, but the other ones remain good. And a lot of people don't like that NWO split, but I thought it was a genius idea. They were getting over, so what are you going to do? Best way to do it is to split them up. My ex was all into MMA. He kept calling it complicated hugging. Well, that's not the worst description I ever heard. I like UFC. And if you like it, it's fine. I don't hate it. I just don't watch it, and I just don't follow it up. Wow, those folks. Plus, who do Monday Night Wrong with those folks you do Monday Night Wrong with really don't so anything, do they? Yeah, they're real difficult. Okay, especially storylines. Are you reviewing something from Lucha Underground? I am not reviewing. Best current booker, Ryan Ward. Ryan Ward. When they let him book. Hardcore title was underrated. I want it back. Dave, what is your favorite food? Steak. Possibly ice cream. Oh yeah, but double A, yeah, totally. Private. Send me a private message here on YouTube, and I'll check it out. And let's talk about that. Let's totally talk about that. Just face. All right, Arthur. When you put it that way, yeah, I'm glad I don't watch it now. Thoughts on Mysterio versus Liger? Oh, absolutely great. Why? How could it not be? All right, 34 thumbs up. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Who do you think is going to be? I think it's going to be Emma or Tennille Dashwood, shall I say? Yeah. Lucha Underground. Okay, so Dave, I follow you on Twitter. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, send me. Yeah, totally send me those messages, and yeah, we'll totally will. Okay, thoughts on Jericho versus Naito possibly happen at Strong Style Evolved? Yeah, I mean, they teased it. They should follow through with it. Although, personally, I think Jericho was better off if they just did a one-and-done with Omega. Going to Naito now, I don't know what the point is with it. I'm sure the match quality will be good. It's just I don't know where's it going to go. And I'd rather have seen Okada versus Jericho, personally. I know that's predictable and obvious, but still. Delirious might book his girlfriend, Mandy Leon. Do you think WWE needs a third brand? Yes. Who do you think has the better finish, Bruno or Jesse Ventura? Tough question. Very tough question. Jesse. Email Dave your resume today. Nah, just kidding. Today is a PWG. Oh, Pro Wrestling Guerrillas. Nice. Who should take the belt off of Okada? I don't think... At this point right now, I don't see anybody. I mean, Omega would probably... I don't want him to do it now, but Omega would probably be the best answer, to be honest. I mean, the only problem I have is their feud has ran its course. It is over, but Omega has paid his dues. It's just, but I don't think they need to revisit Okada versus Omega at this point. Did Mick Foley have a negative impact on wrestling? I don't think so. I think he helped it. By being a New York Times bestseller, his intelligence showed that, wrestlers aren't dumb people. They're very smart people and are into wrestling. So I think it helped. Was the Attitude Era overrated? No. I mean, I hear the argument. Don't get me wrong. I will fully acknowledge the problems of the Attitude Era as well as the Boom Period in general. Loaded with problems. First one to admit that. But I don't think it's overrated. I think it's exactly what it is. WWE third brand to show off guys that can't get TV time. There are people trying to commit suicide before Foley. Yeah, well, that too. Ishii should win the IWGP strap. He's not a bad answer. All right, Dave. Have a draw on one over each other. Okada and Kenny still have a few chance. They do. I'm just saying. I think it's ran its course, and like if those two revisit, we got to do it way down the future. All right, guys. I'm kind of losing my voice. Terrell, can they use that for a main event? Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for the 35 thumbs up. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for coming out. I'm kind of beginning to my voice kind of go. I wanted to give you guys a nice long show since I haven't done one in a while. But thank you so much for coming out. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Thanks so much. Really does mean a lot that you come out and you support me. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and we'll catch you next time on the Dave Knows Wrestling podcast. So thank you to all my know-it-alls, and this